the vibe for. You remember that time I went to Diani with 6,000? And then I ended up getting stuck. Hi guys, it's Nairobi Sisterhood and it's your girl Maya and I'm here with my beautiful co-host.
Gina.
Yeah. So today we're talking about money mistakes we have made.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're talking about the coins. Okay, maybe not the coins, the dollars.
Well, the cha-ching. Well, the ones that left us. That we should probably have
never get back.
Yep.
Yeah. Tough. Okay. So you start us off. What is your first money mistake?
When I was doing this, I realized that most of my money mistakes are business related, which means the money I lost was a lot. It's like, Anyway, my first one, I don't even think the mistake was in the money itself. Mm-hmm. The mistake was how I went about the biashara.
Okay.
I think you know this story. It's that time when me and a good friend of mine wanted to start a business selling flagship phones.
So we know this story. Okay,
really?
Give it to me.
So we wanted to start a business selling flagship phones. So obviously you start with like one test product and then see how it goes, whether there's market for it and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So flagship iPhones are very expensive. If you check the latest iPhone 14 Pro Max, it's like 250k. But we had
Kenya shillings.
Oh yeah, 250 Kenya.
We're shooting from Kenya. Yeah.
Yes. We had we knew our way of getting them at a price that would landing not be as expensive, and we could sell it at the price here in Kenya, and we would make good profit for both of us.
Yeah.
So it means that we went into it with, let me say, about 40 to 50k each per person.
Mm-hmm.
Because the phone here was selling at about 160 to 180k,
mm-hmm.
and we were gonna buy it, and it would have landed at 100-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So there would have still been enough profit for everyone.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. So the phone got here. It was nice. We were so excited. You're like, yeah, we're about to make our monies. Then we decided to list the phone on Gigi. That was our first mistake.
Oh
my gosh, that was our first mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So we got quite a number of like calls and feedback and who want to buy the phone.
I think I know this story. Not that you've said it. I didn't know it started as a business. That's the part that got me off guard. But I know this.
It started as a business.
You did a hug because
I don't even think
I was stressed on her behalf.
Emotionally, I'm not over it up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so
listed.
We listed it. We got a number of phone calls to people who wanted to buy it. Then we got this one phone call for someone who wanted to buy it immediately. The guy was like, I'm in Eldoret. I want to buy it right now. I have someone in Nairobi who can come and check it out. Where are you? At this point in time, we were running other errands. So we were like, okay, we'll make time. We'll meet your person. So this person, we were told, works at Aga Khan. Aga Khan? Yes, Hospital. Aga Khan Hospital. So they asked us to go meet them at Aga Khan Hospital because that's where they work. We get to Aga Khan parking lot. This person meets us at the parking lot because it's a new phone. It's still in the box. The guy is like really insisting on us opening the box but once you open the box of an iPhone, the value it's not the same. You could be selling that phone at 180k. As soon as you open the box, it's 130. So I was really hesitant on opening the box. But the guy is like, we can't pay until we see that the phone is actually there. But I'm wondering, can we really...
Is it a risk worth taking?
Yeah, because if we don't open the boxes, we will just back you with our phone. If we open the box, I don't know what will happen. And I should have trusted my instincts. Yeah, so he really insisted. He said, the guy wants to send money, but if I don't send him a picture of the phone, he won't send the money. Now the guy in Eldoret. The reason I'm putting all this in quotes is because I don't know whether any of this was true. I don't know. And this guy came here with he was holding keys and he had like an ID card that looked like an ID card for staff for Aga Khan.
Was not.
Okay.
You already know where the story is headed.
Yeah, you can tell where the story is headed. So I was hesitant for a while. So we were there for about an hour negotiating. I had refused that the box be opened. Eventually, we're like, okay, fine, let's just go sit inside the hospital itself and see if we can wait for him to send money from inside there. So that, because this guy was standing and we were inside the car. Yeah, so we wound up going inside the hospital. At that point in time, I don't know what made me be like, fine, because he's sending the money.
Let's open the box.
You can open the box. I don't know. That it was my bad. Anyway, we opened, and even after we opened, immediately after we opened, it wasn't like I had the phone, like I had the box and the phone. We opened, I showed them this is the phone. Okay, I kept it. Then now when we got to the hospital, when we sat down at it's like a reception type area somewhere in Aga Khan.
This Aga Khan Parklands.
Yes,
The main one.
yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
So the guy is seeming like he's waiting for the money to be sent, or sijui needs to go to the bank. Like there are a lot of stories in between.
Confusion.
Somewhere in between, he's like, "Can I see the phone again?" Then I don't know what happened or how he made this switch. But all I know is that he took the phone, put it in his pocket, took a water bottle, put it in the package that had the box of the phone, and then
The water bottle was in the paper bag that was holding.
so he
the
was
phone.
holding. He had a paper bag. So I had the phone to begin with. So when he was doing all these transactions, I don't even know how the box for the phone wound up in the paper bag, but I had all of them.
Yeah.
And then how he got the phone out of the box and left me with the box and the water bottle, I don't understand.
And the water bottle was.
And you know, we are two people. Like I'm not here.
So
alone. Like, I'm here with
unachezwa
someone.
na
Mimi-
mko wawili.
tuko wawili tunacheza. In Nairobi bana tumeona mambo mingi.
Where?
So we are here being played, the two of us. So he did that. He made the switch, and then he made an excuse of he needs to go to an ATM that was in there's a petrol station next to Aga Khan. So he just leaves, and that's how we've never seen that man again.
And he went with the phone.
He went to the phone.
Wow.
So now we are out of the money.
Out of the phone.
We're out of the phone.
You noticed
When
at what
we-
point did you notice that the phone was gone?
Yeah. So 5 let me say 2 or 3 minutes after he walked away. Also, he was holding car keys. He also left the car keys, which was a ruse to try and prevent us from being suspicious that he's
leaving.
gone.
Oh.
But they were just dummy keys. So after a while, that's when we were like, this guy has been gone for longer than he
long.
should have been gone. We try and call him. He picks up the phone and he's like, yeah, niko tu hapa. He does that for like a good few minutes.
Wait.
As guys leave, we're like, no, something is suspicious. So we leave, we go to that Ola, the petrol station now that was there. So when we sit down, I'm like, let me just open this box to see if the phone is still here. Apparently, that trick for water bottle is meant to
you don't notice it.
you don't
in weight.
Yeah, you don't notice the change in weight in the box of the phone.
Yikes! I'm so sorry.
At this point, what was that phone at that time? I don't even know. It doesn't matter. It was like the iPhone 13 Pro.
Yeah.
Or the 13. I don't remember the exact model, but it was there. It was a lot of money. And I know that for me, I had saved some of it, and then I'd also asked a family member for some of it. So not only am I out of my money, I'm also out of someone else's money.
Oh no!
Let me tell you, I cried.
Oh yeah!
Like the way I
I'm
deal
so
with it,
sorry.
I cried. It's not even
so
funny.
sorry.
Yeah, but anyway, so
sorry.
That's what happened at that time, and
Yeah.
it's sad. I'm sorry. Because my money mistakes are heavy. Like a lot of money. Yeah, that
so
was mine. It
pause.
was a bit of a tough moment, but itabidi to we moved on. Now what do you do?
It's
I-
okay.
yeah.
You just
I really-
move on.
Yeah, but now that said, if you know a good way we can market flagship iPhones, I still have the connects for the sourcing and stuff. So I'm still traumatized, but
So you're healing. She's in the healing process of
but
that
biashara bado
drama.
tunaweza fanya.
Period.
Yeah, and you? What's yours?
Wait, me, I have so many. Guy, I have so many. So I wouldn't do a business one, although I also have a lot of business ones. Mine is I really regret how I spent my graduation money.
Oh, okay.
Okay, not regret. I lived my best life. We're here for it. But okay, so I guess I don't know that this is a everyone thing, but when you graduate, you do a graduation party and people appreciate you using money.
Yes.
So like they give you gifts or money. And my shosho's friends and my mom's friends and my family friends really showed up. Even my friends really showed up for me. Because you make more than like 100K off of graduation money, and it's
Especially
just like, wow,
if you have like a big
graduation party.
Yeah.
If you have a big one, you definitely make more money.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you to use it as a way to make money, but I mean, you know,
any biashara.
as a graduate, who
this
has probably
economy,
in this economy who probably does not have a job.
you're going
I'm
to be
gonna need you
unemployed.
to
Immediately after that graduation is done, you're no longer a student, you're unemployed. Do a graduation party.
do a graduation party because
Yeah.
it's gonna be a soft landing to your adulting.
Yes.
Because after that, you're no longer a student and you're now in the job market. Depending on how much you're making, entry level, I don't think the pay is that great.
It's not.
If you're being honest, in the Kenyan job market. So yeah, anyway, so Maya Nani, couple, I'm swimming in my monies. First of all, already that night, no, you're tunakunywa tu pombe. You know?
Yeah.
Like, there you're buying bottles. You're like, you're rich. You're rich.
Bring.
And then your folks probably give you good advice. And they're like, okay, make sure you do something substantial with the money because they know it's a lot.
Yes.
Or you probably even have discussed how much it is.
Yeah.
And then you're there like you're an adult, you can't be told. City. Let me tell you, I think I could add like 80% of it. I was living my best life. I don't even know. No, that's the problem. Like when I look back, this is why I started the thing for tracking my expenses.
Yes.
Because I looked back and I was like, I was just socializing. Like it was just
like
social
you're just
life.
going out, just like eating, drinking.
Yeah. Then those people who, and maybe this is something I realized about myself. When I have money, I want to spend it with the people I love. You get a gift. Everybody.
Maya is very generous. I feel
It's
like
a
you're generous
problem.
even when you don't have money.
That's a
which
problem.
is problematic.
Yeah.
But when you
But
have
now
money,
when I have money, I'm just like, you get a gift, you get a gift, you get a
Yeah.
gift. What are we celebrating?
Yes.
Where are we going?
what do you want?
Like,
I'll buy
I'm
you
out here.
cocktails. Like
You'd think I'm a millionaire. Oh my
Oprah
God.
herself.
I mean, I'm manifesting the millionaire,
Amen.
billionaire.
Amen.
What's bigger than billionaire?
Trillionaire.
Trillionaire lifestyle.
Okay, I don't, it's unethical to be that rich, but we can get into.
Not that. Take it up with me when I'm a trillionaire.
Okay, cool.
Until then, oops.
Sorry. I apologize.
No, but seriously, so I feel like and you know the funny thing is I thought it was a me mistake only until I spoke to a friend of mine who she called me and she was like, I really need advice. I squandered and hers was like over 500. Like she got good money for graduation.
Yeah.
And I remember attending that graduation and being like, yo, people are giving you money.
Yeah.
Wow, I love it for you. Happy for her, wherever
Good for
she
you.
is. Like, and you know, it's those ones for like she's being gifted and she's being told, okay, so this one you'll buy a human hair wig. You know, so that you can look good for your first
I know
job.
who that is.
Or
Yes.
or you know, this one you can I don't know, like she was well gifted. She's telling me how you've injured with that graduation money. May imagine I just encourage her because even I made the mistake, but I've come out of it. Like, you know, I can't say I'm
So
broke. Okay,
interesting.
I don't know about being not broke, but
You
I recovered the money.
Yeah.
I made more money than I had been given eventually. Like you'll make up your money. You'll never stay at zero forever.
That's true.
I feel like when you're young, you find a way to make money. It's just part of your youth.
It's because if you don't make money, you die.
Yeah, and not even that, you need to afford the lifestyle that you like.
Yeah.
So you'll make money regardless.
Yes.
But I just encouraged her and I told her, don't worry, we've all been there. I mean, it would have been nice if you saved it because now I feel like for her, maybe the returns would even have been greater.
Yeah.
Given the amount of
more you
money.
invest, the more the returns, obviously.
Especially if you have enough money to invest.
Yeah.
Even if it's a small scale form of investment, like even if you choose to put that 500k in an MMF,
yeah,
you'll make way more money
10%
if you put
of
100k.
500k is more than 10% of 100k. I completely understand.
You get. So I was like, don't worry, but you move. You know what I mean? Like it's okay. Because you can't beat yourself up too much. As long as you learn from the mistake, you can't continue making the same mistake over and over.
This is not something that you can really redo per se. Like graduation has already been done. Even if you do your masters, it's really never the same as
not even that. They wouldn't gift you like that. Who's gifting you for a master's?
No,
You're
really.
silly personal choice.
They might, but not to that extent.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. So
It's
I
not the
completely
same.
understand. But now that you mentioned it, I don't know what I spent my graduation money on. It wasn't as much as everyone else's because I had a party of like 30 people.
You're like my sister. She also didn't want a big party.
I don't like people like that. So, but I
think they invited everyone under the sun. It was quite
but you
nice.
see, the people who are there other than my friends were my dad's friends. So they gift.
Well,
yeah.
You know the funny thing is about graduation parties, it's almost, and I'm not trying to guilt trip anyone into doing something they don't want to. If you want to gift in money, material
Monetary,
things instead of monetary,
okay.
it's fine. Non-monetary gifts are also welcome. Do you feel like your parents' friends show up for you to the extent that your parents would show up for them?
Yeah,
you understand what I mean? Like it's almost like it's not a competition, but it's almost like, okay, so person X came for my child's wedding and gave me 20, so I'll match and give them 20 or
25
more.
yes, but you see, it's the same.
I love
if
it.
You have a
I love
child
it here.
Now, even if your child doesn't know me, I know you.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm gifting your child is because of you.
Me,
because
not
of the love
because
I
of the
have for
child.
you.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The love is vicarious. Like, I have the love for your child because of how much love I have for you.
Yeah, I know what you
So
mean.
it doesn't even matter how I've not talked to these people in years.
Yeah.
And maybe even after that day we never spoke again.
Yeah.
But they still gifted me very heavily.
It's beautiful.
However, hata mimi sikumbuki
It's
what
very
happened
emotional though.
with that money.
I feel like the gifting really made me emotional. I didn't expect
really?
it. I don't know. I didn't know graduation parties people give money. I think I knew.
Oh.
Okay, I didn't know. I don't know. Me, I had a party because I like parties. One thing about me, I like a good celebration.
That's okay. Yeah.
So I was doing it because I was
Because
like,
you
my
were just
parents are happy that
celebrating.
I've finished law school. I'm happy I finished law school.
We were all happy because
it was one of those ones, you know.
Yeah.
Then it came with it was so overwhelming. Okay, I cried that day. I remember doing the motherfood the next morning, and I was in tears because I couldn't believe. I was like, this is so overwhelming. Like, I know I love my auntie person X, auntie Y, auntie A,
but really,
but I'm like, guy, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Wow, it was so emotional. Oh my god. Anyway, but do better. I'm telling the future graduates.
Yes, if you haven't graduated
next week, Friday, this week Friday, jichungeni, keep the money.
If you're having your graduation party in this season, just don't spend all your money on sherehe.
Do better.
Do better than us.
Do better than us.
Definitely do better than us.
What's your next money mistake?
My next money mistake. Should I say another business one? Okay. This is a general one, but shopping when I'm hungry, it's always a problem.
This is so you. I feel like that's a mistake only you can make.
Excuse me.
Okay, not you, all foodies. People who like eating.
I'm offended, but also like, yeah, that's true. Every time I go shopping, I enter a supermarket when I am hungry. Like, nimeenda kununua sabuni na shower gel. But tell me why the whole candy aisle is in my truck. Like is in
your
trolley. Tell me why I have bought 3 types of bread. Tell me why I have beef, fish, and things that I don't even eat. All of a sudden, I've decided to go to the aisle that has Chinese food. You're killing me. And I'm buying all the noodles that are not Indomie. Like, yes, I have Indomie. But then now I'll buy the others.
Okay,
I want to try this flavor, or I want to try this,
You're
duck
thinking
legs.
with your stomach instead of thinking with your head.
And when I get home and cooler rice and bosho, and I completely forget about all these things
that you bought that you didn't need to buy.
And then I'm to this day, I have things in my house that I don't even know when I will ever eat them, because I bought them out of like, I want to try this, I want to try this, I want to try this.
Then you try them today. There's no day like the present. There's no time like the present.
But I'm just like, Like, I'm not excited about it.
For me.
It's just
but you spent your money on
And trust me, if I go to the supermarket again right now and I am hungry, I will still come out with things that I know I won't eat.
Oh my god. Shop when you're full.
Yeah. So I have learned to shop when I'm full. Anytime I want to go to the supermarket, even if it means like just having a sandwich, I just don't go when I'm hungry.
Because you'll buy everything.
I will buy everything. And sometimes if I buy something like, if it's a snack, I'll start eating when I'm doing the shopping.
You know, the weird thing is, I can't relate. And I can't relate to that specific.
Yeah.
Because I don't know whether I'm an impulse. I'm not an impulse buyer. I'm an impulse spender. Like, I don't know whether that makes sense. I don't walk into a supermarket and buy things I don't need, even if I think I'll need them. But I will enter a restaurant and be like, okay, should I treat myself today? You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
I know this because I used to go shopping with my friend Grace. Let me tell you, she's like you. Like, not even about the hunger. She'll just be like, oh, maybe there's a need for this.
You can try
this. Oh, this looks cool.
Yeah.
Me, she used to be like, why don't you ever... I don't go with a list, but I never buy anything I don't need.
Really? If I don't go with a list... Yesterday, I went to the supermarket I was just like, let me take a walk, go to the supermarket, see if I can get a few things that I need without a list.
Yeah.
Tell me why this day I decided to buy a new French press. It's the day I decided I want... What else did I buy?
Imagine the digits in my bank account cannot allow me to buy excess of... It's because I don't care for household items. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
But you see, in mine, I'm like, it's just 1,000 bob. I would have spent it anyway. But I hadn't planned on spending it.
No, it could never be me. Unless it was 1,000 bob, like I walked into a restaurant and the menu does not favor my pocket. And then I ended up spending an extra 1,000 bob. I would never spend money in a supermarket.
Really?
Oh my God. I think I'm allergic to spending money.
In this big establishment like that.
Maybe it's a
you
super.
don't want the corporates to have
You know,
money
even
like
if I
that.
walked in and I'm like, there's an offer on clothes, I'm like, but how many clothes do I have at home too? That'll do. So nimekuwa nikisurvive nazo. I don't know. I'm mean to myself, which is so weird.
Yeah.
It is so weird. But then I can go to a restaurant. Like you can invite me to a restaurant and I'll go, even if I didn't plan on spending money, and I'll spend money, and I don't even care for the food. Maybe the alcohol.
That's now me. I would go and I would spend because I care for the food, and I wouldn't spend if I don't feel like the food is.
At this point, I don't even know what I value, because if I'm not spending it on household items and I'm not spending it on food,
I think you value the experience.
I think that's the thing. Like the fact that I spend time with you.
Because you also don't go to restaurants alone.
Yeah,
for me, I will wake up and be like, I want to treat myself. Get up from my house, take a cab to a hotel, sit down, eat, take a cab, go back home.
Then I'm a social spender.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a thing. Is that a thing?
I think that might be a thing.
I'm a social spender.
Because of other people and that the experience that they're bringing.
I would not do it myself. And you know,
the
people are like solo vacations. I'm like, oh my God.
Not me taking a solo vacation for 17 days.
Yeah, definitely did a solo vacation. I want to be that babe. I don't know. Once I'm like, is it a problem that I don't know how to love on myself? Is that a thing?
I think you need to be more intentional about it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Because maybe I do love on myself, but in a different way, like in a group.
Yes.
Because when I leave the hang out with you guys, I feel like, oh, that was so nice.
And that's okay. I think that's fine. But there needs to be a balance.
There needs to be a balance.
To spend some time with yourself.
I mean, the clock. Imagine, I never used to be a calculator like this, but nowadays I calculate every single bob, and it's giving broke. It's giving scarcity. I need to live in abundance.
But no, I like that you're calculating, but it's the point of view you're calculating from.
Okay. Yeah.
You can calculate with the mind of, I don't want to be wasteful, so I want to know where my money is going, versus akisina pesa.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'll work on that.
Okay. Let's hear your next
My
one.
next money mistake.
Yeah.
Oh my God. My next money mistake is...
Also, guys, I have a cold, if you can't already tell. So
let's
be kind
we are
to
fighting
me in the comments, because, people do really want...
You remember that guy who posted and was like, he commented on our Instagram reels and was like, kona homa. And I'm like, bruh, not everyone can tell. Why you coming for my girl?
It's okay.
Anyway, by the way, now that we are here, can we say happy birthday to my friend? Ooh, it's Ngina's birthday. Happy birthday.
You.
How are you feeling?
Old as fuck.
Oh, I don't even blame you. But you're younger than me. You'll be fine.
Yeah. You know what makes me feel good every time I'm a year older? That I have older friends.
Wow. Wow.
And I will never be as old as them.
Wow. I don't know how to take this because it's giving insult.
Listen, I will always have your wisdom.
She's trying to make it better, but she just called me old. It's okay.
You need to take the positives out of everything. For me, no matter how old I am, I will never be as old as you. And I love that for me.
I love that for you too.
Thank you though.
At least we're living that year before you. Now you know the bombshells that are coming your way.
That's true. Anyway.
So my next mistake is... Where? My first job. Okay, maybe not my first job. My first job was after high school. And my parents didn't let me access the money. Like I had a bank account that was under my folks. So I couldn't access the money. So I made money for 6 months. Then I started uni and my parents put the money into something else. Like it was one of those ones where they're like, okay, maybe buy stock with it. Whatever.
Yeah.
I was grateful because ningekuleo pesa. But the mistake was my first internship. In uni. Was it in uni? No. In uni, I don't think I was paid the internship I did. Nilipoa the ones for gratitude, but I wasn't paid.
Oh, like the
not
food
LPA.
Mini?
No, they just gave me money at the end of my internship and they were like, okay, thank you for coming. Appreciation. But it was peanuts.
Okay, yeah, it's not money.
No, literally, I think it was 7K.
Oh, okay,
it was definitely peanuts. It was less than the job I had post high school.
Oh, really? Because you told me how much you're being paid. Yeah, that is less.
Yeah, I think in post high school, I think I got a job and I was making 8K or 10K.
Yeah.
Which was really good for a person with a high school degree. I mean, a high school certificate with no degree. I was doing well.
Congratulations.
Wow. Anyway, I didn't touch that money. But now when I got my first internship post-uni, I think I was making 15K. Nakwambia kuna kitu ilikuwa inabaki. I don't know what was going on. I think it was one of those things for
This is post-uni.
This is post-uni. I don't even understand why I was making rookie mistakes.
Where was this? You were working?
At a law firm.
Oh, I remembered.
So I'm like, nimepewa. By the time I've saved whatever is left of my graduation money. But I clearly haven't learned my lesson. Nakwambia 15K, it was like this. I was like,
but at this point in time, were you like spending it on, transport, things that you needed to spend it on?
Yeah.
Or
that and social life. Like,
so
so
is what you're saying.
In my family, the minute you get a job, whether you're making 5 shillings, whether you're making, okay, maybe that's, let me say, in high school, when I did my first job ever year post high school, my parents still used to give me fare.
Yeah.
But it's because you're a child.
Yes.
After you got a job, no one forced you to go get the job. It was your own. It's like, hey, okay, you're trying. They're not gonna be like, oh, now you're on your own. So I still used to be given like pocket money to go to my job, and then the rest I wasn't getting, since I wasn't touching it. They had put it in savings for me. So now, as a grown up, this is now money that's going to my personal account. It's on me. You're an adult.
Yeah.
You're a graduate. You finished. Like, go do you. So see me in between going to KSL. So the money is coming to me, and my guka was like, your salary is sufficient, and I'm thinking 15K is sufficient for
in
who?
Nairobi.
And I know I'm living at home.
Yes.
So obviously
Food
there's
and
no
stuff and
food, rent. But I'm just like, 15,000 is sufficient.
Yeah.
But itabidi umejipanga within that
Figure it out.
15,000. Because that 15,000 is going to be your transport, your food for lunch. And if you want to save. Like,
So why do you feel like it was a mistake?
The mistake was I didn't save a single shilling for my month.
Even like,
babe,
let me save 1K and spend 14,000.
No.
Girl, why
Let me tell you,
are we
that
not talking
last
about money
week-
at this point in time?
That last week, I used to be like, I even used to get lifts home from like my friends, my colleagues. It was bad.
What?
I'm not like that last week used to be such a struggle week for me, but it's because, and if I look back, I used to spend my money on socializing, which is like, you can do a social life in the 15K. The social life should be like what, 2K?
Yes.
If you're being
2,
honest.
3
Not even that,
max.
and I never used to work far from home.
So
the
didn't
transport
need to
wasn't
spend
even
that
that
much
deep.
transport.
I'm like, what was I doing with that money? I remember I had a conversation with my folks on my last few months. I wasn't there for long. I was there for like 4 months, maybe. And I remember going, the fact that tunajianika kwa internet TV. My parents sat me down and they were like, I really hope you've been saving money out of this 15,000. Maybe like at least at a 5K. Because they're not getting what I'm spending the money on.
Yeah.
And I was like, I couldn't even say yes or no because I hadn't saved a coin. Okay, so I ended up saving now my last month's salary. But it was too late.
I mean, you can't
make up
4 months worth
not
of
even
salary.
that, you can't adjust your spending
Especially,
in a month.
no. And
You know what I mean?
Even if you do, what you are able to save is not the same as what you'd have been able to save if you had adjusted each month one. And I wish at that point in time we had
this
started talking about
conversation.
money, because now I'm just like, Maya, you could have even just been saving like 1K or 1.5.
At the end of those
it
5
just-
months ningesema niko na 5K.
Yeah, at least you're like, okay, I don't have zero.
It was bad. And then now from then obviously I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
So like there's no job I've been in that I didn't save an amount.
Yeah.
I think
you learned.
Yeah, I did.
You're learning from
Slowly
your
but
mistakes.
surely.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, you'd think, leading up to my third money mistake, before we go back to Gina.
Yeah.
So when I got my next job, it was way better money. No, that's a lie. Got my next job, wasn't being paid for a while. Then I was paid in bulk.
Serikali.
Yes. I was paid in bulk. So now because I had learned that system, now it was easier for me because it was like that in that bulk, nikajipanga na nikasave, like it was like blindly saving.
Yeah.
And almost this being paid in bulk is almost like a blessing.
Yes.
It feels like a bad thing because then
you don't have money to spend in the initial
months. But then when you really look at it, when that money comes, whether it's whatever amount, let me do a guess, like whatever, if it was like 90K, I only need maybe 20K to survive.
Yeah.
And then the other I'll put away blind. I didn't have to jinyima.
Yes. You could
actively.
still spend, but I get what you're saying.
I don't have to do the madhafus of nyiming myself every month.
Yes.
I just do it blindly.
Yeah.
And I think it works for me nowadays.
Maybe it worked. It was a blessing in disguise.
It was a blessing in disguise. But okay, so my third mistake was when I got a better job, I was making money, but now I had bills.
Yes.
So like I'm paying my rent, my water, my electricity, my shopping. Everything is on me. Like I'm a self-sufficient adult, which is not supposed to be surprising because in life we are all adults. We're all human beings out here, So when I had actual bills to pay. The first 2 months was me figuring out what my expenditure is. So I didn't have, like I couldn't be like, let me save. Because sometimes the first month I oversaved.
Oh, really?
The first month I oversaved. So I had to do what? Remove money from my savings. But then the second time, I was like, let me spend, and then whatever is left, I'll save. Are you seeing the mistake? Because you should pay yourself first.
Yeah, you should save and then
you should
spend.
save, then spend.
Because there's usually nothing left if you decide to.
So that's what I ended up doing. So the first month I oversaved.
Yeah.
Then
What
I ended
is
up
oversaving?
Not oversaving, sorry. I saved more than...
You saved
my expenditure ended up
being
more than what I was left
what you
with.
had been left with after paying yourself.
And it's not that I had spent money recklessly.
It was just kawaida expenses.
I just didn't know how to... Nilifanya madhafu vibaya.
Which makes sense because it's the first month you've moved in. Yeah.
So I've done my math and then I had already saved like a figure in my head for the sake. Like I'd already put it away.
Yeah.
Assuming you're making maybe 50, then I save 10. But then my expenditure pitas.
Yeah.
So now I have to remove money from my savings, which is counterproductive because money in your savings shouldn't be in and out.
Yes.
It should be it should be inaenda kaimeenda.
Unless it's being taken out for a specific purpose.
So now the next month I was like, you know what? Because I made that mistake last time, let me spend the money. Whatever is left is what I'll save. Kuna kitu ilibaki. Yo, let me tell you.
No, not lies we tell ourselves.
And so I don't even know. Now it was like 2 mistakes. The mistake for underestimating my expenditure.
I don't even think that's that much of a mistake. I think that's just part of the learning process. At least you had started saving at first. The mistake here was the
second
next
time.
month.
Yeah, I spent
deciding
everything.
to be like, I'll just spend and then save whatever is left over. There's
Because
usually
nothing will be
left over.
Once I think for me, it's like I need to not see the money to not spend it.
I get you. I get you. The funny thing is, I don't think I'm like that. I mean, I could sit with 100K in my account and it would be like that for months without me ever spending it.
Can't relate.
Yeah.
Can't relate. Can't
So
relate. The way I will chop that money.
So interesting.
It's like I need to see the nimebaki na 500 bob kwa account no nijue sina pesa ya kuspend.
For real. I mean, okay, yeah.
Okay, now maybe not.
I guess I understand it.
Now
also,
maybe not, but then that was the version of me that was existent, and it's such a bad way to live.
Yeah,
what's your next mistake?
Okay. Do I say this one?
Are you sure you want to put it on the internet?
That's what I'm thinking about. Okay, before I'll say the one that's not as problematic.
Okay, tell us.
I will say this one in passing, and then I'll say now the actual one that I'm going to say. The one that I'm not going to get into details about is getting into certain relationships. Full stop. I'm not even going to explain. Just don't get into relationships that are draining you financially. That's it.
Say it louder for the girl who's under the spell, who's down bad.
Just stop.
Who's spending all her savings and money on that
don't
man.
need to buy
or
him
that
curtains.
man who's spending all their money and savings on that
babe,
woman.
and you're left with nothing for yourself and you're not growing yourself in any way. Stop it.
Not even that. Commit your money so that you don't have money to be giving people.
Yeah. Invest your money, save your money. I don't know. Send your money to your mother, but stop.
Do something.
Yeah. And I'm going to move on past that very quickly. The other thing was, you know how this is another business one, and it's my last one. Buying a vendor list.
That's a mistake. I've actually considered doing it.
The reason, I'll tell you, I think it was a mistake for me. One, because I did it in a rush without doing research on the actual business. The list of suppliers that I got from this person, I don't think they were bad. I just think I didn't make the most of it because I wound up getting goods of the price that I wanted, but the quality, it was unsellable. Yeah, it was.
So the person sold you a vendor list, but the vendors were like poor quality.
I don't even know if I can blame. Okay, maybe to an extent, yes, I can blame them because the quality of the goods were very shit. But then what I did, my biggest mistake here was not even the list itself. You know, sometimes you can only verify so much.
Yeah.
The problem was that I spent on the vendor list and left myself without capital to actually start the business. That was boo with the fool. Am I Are you crazy?
Wild.
That was actually very wild. Because now I have a list of suppliers.
Wait, so how?
money
What
to
was
buy
your
them
what was
from.
your strategy? Because I'm a bit confused.
This is why it's a mistake, babes. My
Where?
strategy was, spend a majority of the money on the list, assuming I'd get like really high quality products, which I feel like I would have gotten them without the list, and then get for the small amount of money that has bakid, now start multiplying it because the goods are of high quality.
Okay.
But that's not what happened, because when the goods came, they were of really, really terrible quality. I couldn't sell them, and the few that I could sell could only give me back the money of now the first set of goods, the first supply. So I wasn't in a position to buy again goods. But you see, the money for the vendor list has already gone.
Yeah, the person is smiling all the way to
The
Bali.
bank. Yeah. And that was and this was not Kidogo money. This is my mistakes are expensive.
Sweetie, I get you, because even me, I'm looking at myself. I'm telling you, I was writing this list nachoka.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, these mistakes I even repeat.
And
I need to get serious.
And even right now, I feel like it also did a number on me business-wise in terms of my confidence.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if I could make such a mistake, do I really want to be in business like this?
But it's not, business is all about learning. Everyone in business has made a mistake before that I know they look back and they're like, oh, I should have known better.
Yeah, I feel like I even have more like very expensive business mistakes that
me and you
did
both.
a really huge number on my confidence. I'm like, shit, what the fuck am I doing?
But imagine you were doing amazing. Okay, on this side, me looking outside looking in, she was doing amazing. I would not have known she was in the pits.
But yeah, so those are my money mistakes. And yeah, if you want to know more about money and stuff, I do talk about personal finance a lot on my personal page at I am Gina.
Yes.
And also on my personal YouTube, which is also I am Gina.
Yes. Please
probably linked somewhere.
Follow. The financial literacy videos are 10 over 10. She does really good content.
Yeah, and it's relatable to people our age.
Yeah, it's definitely relatable. Not me in the comments. I was like,
I love it. Thank you so much for your support.
I was just like, but imagine it's because sometimes when I watch the videos, it's almost like I'm not watching my friend. Because it's probably content I would watch anyway.
Yeah.
You get? I'm just like,
you're
definitely umejoin to my YouTube. I'm a subby. I'm a lover of the content.
Thank you. Thank you, babes.
Yeah. Anyway, me, mine also business. Now these last ones are business. And they're mostly, one, when I started my business, I was making good money. But I hadn't touched money like that before. So it used to, like, I don't even know what was going on. So the capital was fronted by my folks, my mom specifically. And so we're doing like a co-business thing. So as long as she gets back her money, me I'm here to, it's like she's the bank. And then I'm the one who's pocketing the profit.
But you're not giving her interest or anything?
No. It's just
good.
She gets her money back.
Yeah.
Which is shout out to parents who are supporting our dreams. Even if our dreams are
I love my parents.
shaky.
Even this entire time, they still be there with my many mistakes.
Money mistakes, wakopo tu
Hata
wanakusupport.
nikiibiwa Parklands,
Ukikoniwa.
bado tu wako tu hapo na
Uko like, oi pole, sijali,
Sorry.
inafanyikanga.
Yeah. And they don't pressure me to like pay them back. But
I feel like when you have, this is just a piece of advice to people whose parents are supportive. When your parents support you, please show a level of accountability and responsibility.
Yeah.
Because si lazima akupe.
Yeah.
So like my mom providing for me capital to do my business, it's not how much she could have done it. So for her to do it and then I disappear with her money, no? She'll forgive me because she's my mom. No? It's a business.
She might forgive you, but she may never help you again.
Not even that. There's that. But also, I think it's a respect thing because you might be relatives and you might be family, but this is a business.
It is a business.
So if it's a business, there needs to be like, there's a respect thing.
Yeah.
So you fund me capital and I pay you back. And then you tell me when do you want your money back? So that my targets ziko set. So not me making money and eating all my profit. You know, the people are like, plow back into
your business.
What is plow back into your business? Maya is living her best life with her profit margins.
Wow.
Now I'm looking back, my business would have grown significantly if I plowed back into my business then. You get, because right now, with the cost of this economy, let me tell you, have you seen the pound?
The dollar, foreign currencies versus Kenyan shillings are doing
when I was
badly.
starting my business, the pound was at 1 41, like minimum 138. Now it's at 170. My profit margins are non-existent, if we're being honest. You get? And I'm looking back and I'm like, wow, I should have made hay while the sun shined. Are you getting? So for me, that's a business mistake because I wish I poured back into my business instead of pouring back into my life.
If you're listening.
So if you have a business, make hay while the sun shines. Like, because it's not gonna be constant. And then by that time, I don't even think I had competitors so I sell books. Shout out to Cute Factory.
Yay.
KE. I sell stationery. And yeah, they're really, really good quality and they're very beautiful. Just check us out. By that time, hakukuwa na many people selling notebooks. Now there are so many journals and notebooks out here. And I'm just like, what? I would have really been making a killing, but I made the killing, but I didn't do much with the money. That's my mistake, and I feel like I should have done more. I should have done better for me and my business. But it's a lesson and we move. So guys, and also that thing for separating your profits and your capital
and your profits
in different bank accounts.
Yes.
That was not me. Now I know.
Yeah.
Now I've done it, but that was not me before.
This is a learning journey. Like life is a journey. If you are in a position to not make the mistakes we've made, please don't.
Take notes.
And I've even remembered one last one that I didn't write down.
Yeah.
This was not business related. It's actually one of my biggest money mistakes that is not business related. But I took out an overdraft from my bank at the time to go to Diani with my friends. So I got into debt to go on holiday. Acha yako inakuanga you're spending money for socializing. Me, I didn't even have the money to spend for socializing. I went into debt for I had some money.
Why do I feel like I know this story? And you remember me saying I'm not going?
Yeah.
It's because I couldn't afford it.
And I'm so glad that you didn't come, because you said...
I genuinely could not afford it. I remember you told us, I think it was I think you gave us 3 weeks planning or 2 weeks? The plan started in December, you guys went in January.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. 4 weeks. So a month.
A month.
Yeah.
And I remember doing the math and being like, I love my friends, but I cannot afford to be outside.
And we understand and we understood. It's just that I wish I had the same guts to be honest with myself and with my friends and be like, I
didn't know it was that. I didn't know that. This is something I'm hearing now. I'm just like, what?
Because I was ashamed. I was so ashamed of myself. Even afterwards, I think it took me 2 months to pay back the bank.
Yo, sweetie.
Obviously.
Never again. And if you ever feel that, call me. I will talk you out of it. One thing about me.
Yeah.
I will talk you. Okay, I will make the mistakes, but I will talk you out of yours.
I don't even understand what...
And that's so unlike
level,
you.
No one gave me peer pressure.
I just
didn't... I felt like I would be judged if I said no because I'm the one who had come up with the plan in the first place.
Okay, that I see how that's...
It's very unlike me. Maybe I don't have money to spend on something. I'll just
by the way, which is I think how we should all be.
I don't have the money for that. But in that case, that's one of my biggest personal money mistakes that I made. Because what business did I have going into debt?
Me kwanza, and they may judge people who go into debt to go on holiday. If you're getting into debt for doing anything other than living.
Investments.
Investment and survival. Because also sometimes you just don't have the money and you need to maybe to eat and also to even get to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or school fees or
before,
something like this.
Before akianza job, you don't have a job before. So you are using your own money to get to the salary for that month.
Yes.
If it's those things, I feel like there are certain debts that I'm like, okay, it's sad, but I understand. It's not you're doing something that is a luxury. It's a priority and it's a necessity.
I get you. I did not need to go on that trip. I really did not.
I've judged people before for that.
Yeah.
I literally called out some friend of mine and I was like, you're getting into debt to go on a holiday. You're not a serious individual.
The good thing is that I repaid it back in good time and I had no problems with CRB and stuff. But
you felt some type of way. Looking
to
back.
myself, even the reason I never said it to date is because I was so embarrassed. What are you doing?
Imagine forgive yourself.
And we've moved and eventually went on holiday without taking out a loan. So
it's giving me the vibe for... You remember that time I went to Diani with 6,000? And then I ended up getting stuck. No, not Diani, sorry, Malindi. Yeah. Yo, that was also a money mistake. Because guys, this is a tip. If you decide to go on holiday, please have double the amount in your account.
Yeah.
For in case something goes wrong. Because something did go wrong and I had 200 shillings in my pocket. It was not cute. I ended up staying in in Malindi an extra night. In Mombasa actually, an extra night. I ended up inconveniencing someone to host me. And then I ended up having to pay for their SGR because now I'm
They
a
stayed
kadri
because of
yangu.
you. Yeah.
And then I ended up being in debt for my folks because they bailed me out.
So
It
now
was
you pay
like,
them back.
and the worst thing is, it's not, I had the money to go, but it was tight. You know the way you can go on a
You're like,
trip.
You
The
barely.
trip is 6K, and you have like 8K.
So you
10,000.
Yeah.
Then now, when things hit the fan, because while you're on the trip, see, they'll be like, okay, like, we decided to go on a boat thing. I can't say no, and like I came with this group.
Yeah.
So we went on the boat, but the boat thing costed us an extra like maybe 2K, whatever it is. Like pesa came up, like pesa zikuwa zinafaa kutumika zilitumika. Don't go on a trip that's not in your hometown. Like if you, in fact, unless it's a walking distance, kama una pesa kaa kwa nyumba,
Please.
because I could not have walked from Mombasa. Ningefika huku next week. Like, bro, it have taken me what, a week to walk.
Probably more, but still, babe, we had no business going on those trips.
We
had no business going on.
And
That's
don't
one
go
of
on
those.
holidays.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching us from wherever you're watching us from. Make sure you give the video a like if you're watching us on YouTube. It really helps us with the algorithm. Subscribe on whichever channel you're listening to us from. Yeah, and that said, my name is that's
Your handle.
I am Gina and
Maya Mushemi.
Bye.
Bye.